We're hanging out at the AVI booth with our buddy John. John, what are you hyped about here? Is it any of the consoles or is it the outboard gear?
Well, I would say I like this one the most because of the blinker fluid.
The blinker fluid?
Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah, that's what really gives it the transience.
Yeah. And you know, I like this one because when you hit it real hard, you can actually hear the sound that the meter makes when it smashes into the other side.
Yeah.
That makes the kick drum better, right?
Yeah, the vibrations, man.
Yeah. You got to get that punch.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but for real though, you said that if you could take any of these home, you were thinking maybe the 2500?
2500.
And if you grabbed a 2500, what would you be using that on?
I would probably have. I would have the drums on it. I would have the entire mix with like a slow attack, quick release. Like throw it in there, smash it up a little bit, and then blend it in with the rest of it, just to like give it that little, when it's coming in.
That's amazing. So this would be parallel drums, or
Yeah.
would you throw it right on the drums with the mixed knob?
Yeah. What was that?
Would you throw it right on the drums and then use the mixed knob?
Maybe.
Or the whole mix?
Both.
Okay.
Both. I've also been playing around lately with like side chaining, like things that are like really like clear, like having the drums in, but then like putting it on something else, like the guitar or the bass or whatever else. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but it's really fun to make things sound different. Hit as hard as they can.
Well, and this side chain's cool because it's got like the link between left and right here that you can use, right? I don't know much about it, but
I've never actually used like the link. I haven't diversified my like mixes enough to do that. Maybe if I was doing like some R&B or something with like stuff on different sides.
Yeah, but see, your boy lives in multi-mono personally. I like that it's going, big and wide. So anytime I have messed with this box, I've actually never used that.
Do you have any tips for nice wide mixes?
Yeah, multi-mono is the tip in my opinion.
What does multi-mono mean?
So, when you're using stereo compression, usually what ends up happening is that the side chains reference each other. Whether you have a one mono side chain and the other one references it, or the two side chains reference into a comparator and then they go from that. What happens in multi-mono is that you pretty much just have two mono compressors, one that lives on the left side, one that lives on the right side. So think about when, drums, for example.
Yeah.
If you have a stereo compressor against your drums, when that fucking tom hits over here on the left side, it's gonna pull down the right side of the drums.
Right.
Which isn't actually,
that doesn't help.
That's not what happens in real life, So what I like to do is run them in multi-mono, so then if that tom comes in, that cymbal that's hanging out over there stays where it is.
Yeah, it shouldn't be messed with. Okay, that makes a lot of sense actually.
And it tends to make things sound big and wide. And I will say that when it comes to working in the box, there's a lot of compressors that pull up in a stereo mode because people use them in stereo, where their analog components in the outside world are actually multi-mono designs. So, for example, the Waves SSL bus compressor, try it out in multi-mono mode, it's a different experience.
I've never thought about it that way, actually. What do you feel like that I'm going to start doing that actually for everything. It wasn't even on my radar. What about for mastering?
Yeah, I'm always using multi-mono. The only time I'm ever really going for a stereo compressor is when it's something that's limited in frequency and something that I know I want to pin to a wall. So particularly aggressive overheads. I don't want those things to be jumping out in a song where they sound like bacon on a frying pan for like 90% of the song. I want to fine tune that bacon,
Yeah, it's got to be extra greasy.
Yeah, exactly. So you just get it to shh and then
the grease acts as a glue.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again for your time, and I'm gonna have to spend more time with the 2500. You got me excited about it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to spend some time working in multi-mono.
Hey, awesome.